Coming up next are some highlights from the World Series of Fighting 4 conference call I was on as a reporter. Ray Sefo, Nick Newell, Dave Huckabee, Keon Caldwell, and others were featured on this call, so enjoy these highlights as I ask a few questions about the upcoming show, August 10th, Ontario, California.
Our next question comes from the line of Steve Juon with the Wrestling Observer newsletter. Your line is live.
Thank you, operator. My first question is for Nick Newell. And Nick, I wanted to know what you think is the biggest challenge that Keon Caldwell presents to you in the fight.
There's a couple things. He hasn't fought in a while, so you don't really know what to expect or what he's been working on or how better he's gotten at anything. And from his previous fights, I've noticed that he's won with his striking. He has good power, and he's finished fights on the ground as well. And I'm just expecting everything. He's a good athlete, and he's coming down from 170, so he's used to fighting bigger guys. And it's a tough fight. It's definitely a challenge, but I'll be more than ready come fight day. And I train with bigger guys all the time, and I train with really good guys, and I've had a phenomenal camp, and I'm really coming into my own as a mixed martial artist, and I feel like it's my time right now, and I just am going to make the most of this opportunity.
All right, thank you. And Keon, next question is for you. We've heard Nick comment on how this is a bigger step up for him being on NBC Sports. So give us your feelings on this platform and getting seen by a national audience.
Well, as you know, this is my second time on a national level, but TV. But it was back 2 years ago. I have left that behind. You know what I mean? So that's I stepped away and got myself together. But it's a big opportunity for me to get my name back out there and let everybody know who I am. And it's just like I said, it's a bigger opportunity. And I'm saying to set myself back up where I need to be at, because I work a 10-hour shift, sometimes 60 hours a week at a lumber yard, and I want something better than this.
Understandable. And question for Ray, and then I'll get back in the queue. Is it a treat for you that not only are you passing the 100 milestone with this fight, but that you're also sharing the card with Tyrone Spong?
Yeah, absolutely. It's always an honor to be around great fighters like this whole card, and everybody on this card is it's always an honor to share the cage or the ring with all these guys, and then Tyrone being the headliner. I mean, Tyrone, congratulations on the last tournament win. It was an amazing fight. Tyrone is an athlete, and him and I go back a long way as kickboxers, and so it's going to be a fun night, a fight, and there's a lot of respect through everybody, and that's what matters the most. Yeah, there's one more thing that I just want to bring up, because I had an issue with, it wasn't an issue, somebody questioned it, but people need to understand that, they're asking why I was on the main card. Well, Huckabee was supposed to be the co-main event in the last show, and unfortunately, Hollis got injured, so I took his place. And there's no way that we were going to take Dave off the main card when he was already supposed to be a co-main event in the last show. So just to make that clear, if anybody questioned that, Dave deserved to be in that main card, and I was just the one filling that spot.
Understandable. And if I could quickly follow up on that, is the Hollis Gracie fight still planned for down the line?
Yes, absolutely. That's definitely going to happen. Nothing confirmed yet, but it looks like he's going to be fighting in September.
All right, very good. Thank you.
Thank you. Next question?
Your next question comes from the line of Brandon Stubbs with PunchToTheFace.com. Your line is live.
Thank you. My question is for Ray. I know you said that this fight is a 99.9% chance this will be your last fight. With that being stated, are you going to go out and maybe push the action a lot more than you would, in any previous fights, try to go out with a bang or a highlight reel knockout? Are you looking to maybe do something that you thought about maybe trying in a fight but never have, given this may be your last opportunity soon?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like I said, and like everybody on this call has said, we're all worked on business in MMA, and we worked on wrestling, jiu-jitsu, submission game, stand-up. Obviously, that's really important. And again, listen, I would love to go out with a win, but whenever the outcome of this fight, for me, I'm going to be happy with it because you need to understand that we're in a fight game, and anything can happen. And then already you make one mistake and the fight will be over. So that being said, I put 150% into this camp. So whatever the outcome is, I'm going to be happy with it because I've done the work. I've put in the work. And it's a fun game. It's unpredictable, and that's the beauty of what we do. But yeah, do I want to finish on a win? Absolutely.
Thank you, Ryan. Just a quick question here for Nick. I know you kind of touched on this a little bit before about you being on a larger stage with a national audience. Do you feel that you have to kind of reprove yourself? People kind of looked at you when you first got into the game with the XFC as maybe being sort of a gimmick or a joke. Do you kind of feel that you now have to reprove that again to a much larger audience on a bigger stage? Do you feel any kind of pressure upon yourself to do that again?
No, I don't feel any pressure. I've competed enough through wrestling, and this is my 12th fight overall, and right now I'm just I have a job to do, and I can't let other things on the outside really get to me. That, like I said before, the higher the stakes, the bigger the fight, the better I fight actually, and the more excited and motivated I get, more than nervous. So it's not really an issue for me, and every time I fight, when I fight, I go out and I have a great camp, and I have great trainers and great training partners, and when I fight with everything I have, and there's no stopping me. I'm going to keep coming forward and keep fighting the whole time, and I'm never going to quit, and I'm going to give it everything I got, regardless of how big the stage is. It's just extra motivation to me.
Well, thank you, gentlemen. God bless. Operator, next question, please.
Our next question comes from the line of Brian Heminger with MMAmania.com. Your line is live.
Yeah, my question's for Dave Huckabee. Dave, I know Ray stepped down as president, but what's it feel like to kind of live that American dream of getting the opportunity to punch your boss in the face?
Man, I've been asked that a lot, man, and to be honest, I don't look at it like that at all. I mean, I got a chance to meet Ray in person, pretty cool, super cool cat. From what I understand, man, really nothing but the utmost respect. But as far as looking at punching my boss in the face, it's not like that at all. I take nothing personally, man. I'm a performer. I like to think all of us are, man. At the end of the day, all of us are man. We want to leave our mark. We want to show everybody that 8 weeks and the 6 weeks are our 8-week training camps. We want to prove to people how hard we work. I don't think people understand, on the outside how hard to mentally and physically prepare for what we do. I think it's great, man. I think it's great that people think that you get to punch your boss in the face. But at the end of the day, man, I'm fighting a kickboxing legend. You know what I mean? It's not my boss.
All right, thank you guys very much.
We have no further questions in queue at this time.
All right, great. Well, I guess that will conclude today's conference call. I just wanted to once again thank everybody for making it out and participating with us. I'd just like to remind everybody that there are still tickets on sale for the event starting at just $29. They're available at www.angrymarks.com. Also, the prelims will start and they will air online at wsof.com. Those will begin at 5 p.m. Pacific time. Doors again will open at 4 p.m. Pacific time, and we appreciate you guys being calling in. I thank you to all the fighters and the media.
Thanks to all the fighters. Thank you guys, and also I wish you guys the best and good luck with it. See you guys on the 10th.
Melissa, thanks for putting me on the call. Thanks for spawning. Thanks for taking the fights. And since you get those tickets, can you have somebody text me that link?
Yeah, absolutely.
You people that are trying to get tickets having a hard time finding tickets.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.
That concludes today's teleconference. You may now disconnect your line.